I'm tired of working, so I'm about to go meet up with Tyler, and we are going trail cam checking, and it's gonna be real hot. Yeah, it's gonna be real hot. And this is one of our last trail camera checks before we get to hunting season. As crazy as that sounds, September we're probably only gonna check once. In October, we're gonna be hunting. So hopefully they're gonna tell us something really legit today. Oh, I need sunshades. All right, let's go.
Thorns on everything. Briars, locusts, terrible briars. Like there's a reason that we see deer in here a lot. People do not want to come here. I don't want to come here. It's definitely tough access in here if we were to hunt in here, which makes it a good reason to hunt here, I guess. I mean, a good reason to encounter a deer, actually. But right here on the edge is some plum thicket stuff, and as you can see, there's a lot of plums on the ground. Found some doe beds. Lots of tracks. I think there's a lot of deer in here using this area. Actually, it's probably the best sign we've found on this property this summer. So there's some plums right there. I don't know if you can see them. Bunch of red dots in there on those plum trees. So they definitely have reason to be here now. Come October 1, which is still a month and a half. Or almost a month and a half, who knows, you know. We're probably going to be keying in more on the shoe mars if we can see that they're going to be putting off. I had a dang heart attack. Even though I have snake boots on, but that's why I wear them right there. That's probably 2 steps from him. It wasn't that scary. But it's one of them things where you know, like, stop. Don't go any further. He needs to get back closer to the creek. Right here checking shoe mards out, and I was looking to see if that was a creek crossing back there, but it doesn't appear to be. Casey and I split up a little bit. Imagine we'll meet back here in a few minutes. And he whistled at me, but I couldn't tell what he was trying to tell me, so we'll see. Might be something good. Main thing that spooked me about that snake was that he just cocked his head back as soon as I saw him, like, don't come any closer. Opened his mouth up and everything. Nasty. Nasty.
We've really worked pretty hard to try to find a couple decent acorn trees. We came in a specific area, A, because we wanted to find a new spot to maybe try to get Teenager on camera, but B, because I knew from last season's early season scouting that there were quite a few shoe mards up and down this creek system right here. So we kind of walked around, looked at the trees, found a lot of plum trees that have a lot of fruit, which is strange compared to the oak trees that don't have hardly any acorns at all. So we found some post oaks that have a few, and I mean just minimal amounts of shoe marks that have any acorns on them at all. But this biggest shoe mark tree over here, the split tree, definitely the oldest one around, does have quite a few at the top of it. And it just so happens that that tree actually is on a really good trail that cuts right straight through here, leads right down to the creek, and we think might be a creek crossing, which is something we haven't found a lot of here. And we know that Teenagers are crossing the creek around here. So we're thinking about putting the camera somewhere right in this general area. We haven't got a spot picked out yet. Our goal isn't to really get deer doing certain things, like eating acorns or, you know, crossing the creek or whatever. Right now, we just want to get Teenager on camera. So we're going to do our best to position this camera somewhere in this area to make that happen. sticky like
We approach not climbing. Hopefully about 6.5 foot right there. Getting ready for the season.
photo taking. There's 180 photos on it. We had it set on 8 bursts, so it doesn't mean there's a whole lot of triggers, but maybe that's a good thing. That doesn't mean that it had any false triggers too much or anything. I found like some fresh deer poop on the way in, so there have been deer using it, and the grass in front of it seems to be laid down some, so it does look like there's been some deer moving through here. Just gotta get back to the vehicle and check the cards. Wish we had shotguns now.
Day's winding down. We were able to check 2 cameras while we were in here, and neither one of them had a ton of pictures. The last one, the muddy camera that we pulled, only had 11 takes on it, 6-shot burst. So we had 66 pictures to go through. We don't have a lot of faith in that area, so we moved it out a little bit more into some open forb type areas. Hopefully they're feeding on that stuff here in the last few weeks or month or so before the acorns start falling pretty heavy. So when we come back in here in September, we'll move that camera back to its original location, closer to the oaks, I think. But that's going to probably close things out for us today, and maybe we'll show a few pictures here at the end of what we got, if there's anything cool at all. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one.